Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and today we're looking at the Lenovo IdeaTab S2110. This is actually a pretty cool Android tablet, 10.1 inch, thin, 1.3 pounds, beautiful IPS display, but it's got a transformer trick. Look out, Asus. There's this optional dock keyboard, pretty affordable, 110, 120 bucks. Full keyboard, battery inside, slips in here, turns it into a notebook. Like so. Is it better than the Transformer? Watch our video to find out. The Lenovo IdeaTab S2110 is available now. It starts at $429 in US dollars, and that's for the 16 gig model. There's also a 32 gig model, and you can get it with or without the optional keyboard deck that we just flashed at you a little bit ago, and we'll show you some more. If you do get it with the keyboard dock, it's going to add $120 to the 16 gig price currently, or $110 if you go for the 32 gig. So you're looking at $429 starter price for just the tablet, or $549 for the 16 gig plus the keyboard. Now, you know Lenovo, they're always having sales. The prices are going to jump around. Those are currently the non-discounted prices, so you might even get it for less. So that's pretty competitive with the Asus Transformer TF300, which is the standard definition 1280 by 800 tablet from Asus that also works with the optional $149 keyboard dock from Asus. Interestingly, this is not yet another Tegra 3 quad-core NVIDIA-based tablet. This one runs the Qualcomm Snapdragon S4, actually the S4 Plus, dual-core CPU at 1.5 gigahertz. That's used in a lot of US high-end smartphones. And why is it in here? Because Lenovo plans to also offer a 3G option, and Qualcomm's chipset plays with Qualcomm's LTE chipset real nicely, and NVIDIA is still having some trouble working that out. In terms of performance, you're not really losing anything. In terms of benchmarks, on Quadrant we're talking a 5021 score, right up there certainly with the top tablets and also the top smartphones. Antutu is 6978. GL benchmark 2.5, not the usual 2.1 we've been using, but this is the 2.5 using the Egypt Classic test, and that got 49 FIPS, 28 FIPS off-screen, which again is competitive with all the other Tegra 3 tablets on the market. And SunSpider was 1635. So you're looking at a fast tablet here. It's not like, oh man, I don't know, it's not so good, it's not Tegra or something like that. Not in the least bit. Good performance. The only thing you will miss out on is the Tegra 3 optimized games. Now, all those games, generally speaking, have regular Tegra and, well, non-Tegra versions available as well, but you won't get those neat little effects like water droplets on the screen that you'll see on a Tegra 3 tablet for you gamers. Tablet has a gig of DDR2 RAM. Again, it's available with either 16 or 32 gigs of storage, and there is no micro SD card slot on the tablet. There is, however, a full-size SD card slot on the dock. If we take a look around, you see we have our sturdy docking port anchor points right here. Your micro USB port, that's for charging and also for copying stuff to your tablet. Nice straight sides on here. It makes it easy to hold. Not a bad looking tablet either, not cheap looking at all. Volume controls are right here, pretty easy to feel. They're not exactly flush, just enough so you can feel them, probably not hit them by accident. Up top here's our power button and a microphone. And on this side we have a micro HDMI port. Here's your combo headphone mic jack. This is a speaker outlet. This has stereo speakers, one on each side. And this little door right here, this is for your full-size SIM card slot if you get the 3G model. Now ours is actually not the 3G model, so this is just a hole leading to absolutely nothing, so don't stick your SIM card in there unless you're sure you bought the 3G model. On the back, we have textured plastic, 5 megapixel camera with LED flash, and overall this is a very slim tablet. It's one of the slimmest tablets on the market. It weighs only 1.3 pounds, so a pleasure to hold and easy to handle. And again, I really like the straight sides. It makes for not only good control and port protection, but it's just easier to hold. And on the front we have our 1.3 megapixel video chat camera. Now, neither of the cameras on this are really super stunning for actually taking serious photos or video, but the video chat camera certainly is adequate for Skype and for Google Chat. On the front here we have a 10.1 inch IPS display with 420 nits of brightness, and it's a really lovely display. Of course, it's IPS, so you have the wide viewing angles going on, nice and sharp and clear, but the colors are just nice and saturated, natural, warm, particularly pleasing for watching video. I like it a lot. Now, it's only 1280 by 800, so you full HD purists who want 1920 by 1200, this is not your tablet, but has a lot of other nice things to offer. And again, I think it really is competing more with the Transformer TF300, that middle class of tablets. And it brings a lot to the table, including that fast CPU, really nice display, good set of ports, and let's take a look at the dock now. So here's our keyboard dock, obviously nice big keyboard here. We have some dedicated keys here for volume control. You can turn the trackpad on and off because with a 10.1-inch device it is easy to accidentally rest your hand on the trackpad where you're typing and make that cursor jump around. We've got wireless control over here, the search button, the home key, so a couple of dedicated Android keys. But the most important thing about this keyboard is, boy, does Lenovo know how to make keyboards from the ThinkPad days, right? This thing has an amazing amount of travel and tactile feedback, a good amount of spring, not like cheap springy, the trampolining kind of thing, no. The keys just are about as good as you could ever imagine. So much better than the Transformer keyboard dock, which you've got a learning curve there and you get used to it, but it's never really great. This thing is just a pleasure to type on, as long as you don't have really huge hands, because of course you still are talking about 10.1 inches here. Good stuff. Looking from the side, you can see the key relief a little bit, so for something that's fairly slim, decent amount of key action going on here. And we've got our trackpad here, right and left click are separated, LED indicators for charging, and caps lock. And on the side here we have two full-size USB ports with USB hosts. So you can use USB peripherals like flash drives, hard drives, game controllers. Now interestingly, when we plugged in our external portable hard drive, it worked with the front connector, and then this one right here, it didn't seem to get enough power. The hard drive just spun and clicked. I don't know if that's our particular dock or if only the front one delivers a lot of power to do things like spin up hard drives. We have a micro USB port here that is just for charging with the included charger. It doesn't do anything else. And speaking of charging, this has a battery in it too, not unlike the Transformer dock, but different from the Transformer dock, this one doubles the runtime, according to Lenovo, of the tablet. The tablet, they claim 9 to 10 hours of use, so they're talking 18 to 20 with this. So it's a different kind of charging model. And we'll show you the on-screen battery indicator and stuff like that first. But one thing it will do is if you've got it plugged into this dock, it will drain the dock first and then the tablet, which is the smart way to do things, of course. And Asus does the same thing because you might want to pick up the tablet and continue using it, and you're a little less worried about whether this guy has power. This piece over here is obviously very robust. It wraps around the tablet completely, and it looks like it's not that deep, but that's just because this is a door that goes down in here. So it holds the tablet in a very sturdy way. It's not going to come out or come loose, and this is the release button right here. It really does stay locked on pretty well. And the important thing about this wraparound design is it doesn't put so much stress on the glass because it's dealing with grabbing onto the whole bottom frame of the tablet. And that's been a sore point with the Transformer tablets from the TF201 Prime all the way up to the Infinity, is because these hinges are stiff to prevent the relatively heavy tablet section from flopping over. When you open and close it just by grabbing the tablet, it can put a lot of pressure on the screen. So this design, definitely less worried about that. And on this side here, we have nothing. The bottom has a matching plastic finish and some rubber feet here. And if we put them together, you can see how far down it's going to sink. And you can see how far the tablet goes in. In fact, the whole Lenovo logo that's on the tablet disappears, and we get to see this one instead. So definitely good stuff. And it's quite sturdy, it's quite stiff, it doesn't rock, it doesn't flop in your lap, just the way it should be. And it also, if you close it, it knows it, and it turns off the tablet, puts it to sleep, and if you open it up, it wakes up the tablet. It doesn't have the option that the Transformer does, where you press a key to wake up the tablet, but then again, also that doesn't cause any battery drain if you remove that feature. And there are no settings actually for the dock. If you go into settings, nothing you can change about the way it works. When you do plug it in, you get a little indicator over here that cleverly says dock is connected. Use it to type words. Gee, that's pretty obvious, but that's what it tells you. And then we have a dual battery indicator here instead of just a single battery indicator now. So we see that we have 85% in our dock and 99% on the tablet. So you get tabs at all times about how much charge you have on each. And you can see that it's charging up the tablet because the tablet is at less than 100%, so we have a little animated arrow over here that's showing you that it's charging up the tablet. So it can both charge the tablet and just provide power for the whole setup. So the tablet is very thin and very light, and it's still pretty light even with this attached. You're talking an under 3-pound package and still pretty slim. And that's what it looks like. It's nice looking, actually. Certainly very portable, easy to carry around. And how secure is the top? Grab it like this, shake it, staying together. Much better than the Transformer in that respect. And until you hit that release button that's on the front side, it is not going anywhere. And to get it out, you just press and hold on that release button where you grab the tablet, pull it up, and you're done. And now we have a Western Digital My Passport portable hard drive, 750 gig, and this is formatted NTFS. And we're going to plug it into the port. And I can hear it spinning up, and it says USB storage is mounted. And I can tap there. And I can open up Lenovo's file manager. So there we have the contents of my hard drive right there available. We have some multimedia here, so we'll just try out a song. Works fine. And it's up for grabs as to whether or not you can see removable storage when it's a hard drive, especially NTFS in Google Play Music and Gallery. In this case, you can. Here's all the music that is on my hard drive. It's still building up the database because there's quite a few songs on here. So indeed, all of my tunes are showing up that I have on this hard drive. Pretty cool stuff. So this supports ext-FAT, NTFS, and standard FAT32 like we have on this flash drive. So we're going to test out our flash drive next and stick that in. It's a nice Patriot 32 gig flash drive. And once again, it's preparing USB storage. And here we have the contents of everything that's on a flash drive, and just open up a Word-compatible document. You can see we have Printer Share installed that comes with it, and we have Word to Go, because this has Documents to Go, and it's a version that can create, view, and edit MS Office documents. So there's my document, and I can edit it if I wish. Good times. The tablet runs Android OS 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. Likely it will get an upgrade to Jelly Bean. Lenovo has not said when yet, however. In terms of software customization, Lenovo has thrown a whole bunch of widgets on here. They do like to add some software, and that in the past has sometimes bogged their tablets down, and they're getting better at it. It doesn't bog the tablet down as much, but some of their UI little tricks might make you feel like it's slower than it is. They do some transitions and animations. They try to do that rotating cube thing that you can see there, which might make you feel like it's slower, but that's just because of the kind of visual effect they went with. Likewise, we have like a cube effect there when you're doing a transition between apps. So we have a whole lot of widgets here. They make things kind of easier for you. Put all the social networking, all the bundled games. They love card games. There are like 6 card games on here. Hearts, Euchre, you name it. We've got some media applications. Shazam, they typically bundle, for example. A calendar app, a handy little post-it note thing. So that's nice when you got the keyboard available so you can just start typing. I'll just type some gibberish there so you get the idea that it works. And so there's our cute little note app. We've also got calendar. We have AccuWeather on board. More little organizational things here for your business documents, your tools, music player, wireless controls. And you can see the software bundle here. They include ES File Explorer, AccuWeather's on board, Lenovo App Shop, which unfortunately is going away, so too bad that that's bundled there. They're killing it because the partner they worked with to power that app store is going away. Well, that's all your card games right there. And we've got link to games, Titanium, Uvu, Rara.com, SugarSync. SugarSync's pretty handy for syncing your media files to the tablet. Shazam. SRS True Media. You can see what the interface is like. It's certainly large and easy to control. And so you can do bass and treble boost and turn volume boost on and off. The speakers are quite loud on this. They are a little bit harsh sounding with or without SRS being on, but a little bit more so with SRS being on. And you can choose your optimization for what kind of sound you want. All the standard Google applications are on board. The Google Play Store, Google Play Movies, Google Maps, you name it, they're here. Speaking of maps, unless you get the 3G version, this does not have a GPS. Now, often lately with Wi-Fi only tablets, manufacturers have been a little shy about claiming it has a GPS because, well, you know, without some Wi-Fi triangulation, it might not work so well, or you can't download map data on the go. This one has no GPS to be found if you take a look at settings even. Even for those tablets that don't mention having a GPS, if they do have a GPS, it will show up. So here, if we take a look at our settings, you see we have location services, and we have Google location service determined by Wi-Fi, and the same thing down here. There is no GPS satellites on/off thing, and GPS status does not report one. So even if there is a GPS chip on board, it has been disabled on this. So for those of you who are looking for navigation, either get the 3G version of this tablet when it's available, or, well, don't get this tablet. The tablet has single band Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN, that's 2.4 gigahertz, and it has Bluetooth 4.0. It also has a built-in FM radio, according to Lenovo. That said, we haven't found any application that actually manages playback for the FM radio, so a little mystified about that. Other bundle apps include Amazon Kindle, Zinio, you can see the icons are right there. We've got, again, that printer share for wireless printing, Norton Security, and Evernote also bundled. Now, given the capable CPU, this is more than up to the job of playing 720p and 1080p videos. Obviously, you're going to want to use that HDMI out feature if you're going to play 1080p, since the native resolution of this is really compatible with 720p. But we'll show you what it looks like anyway with some trailers. And we'll just use the gallery application. And we have the Avengers 1080p high-profile trailer here, so you can see it's playing it just fine.
What do we do?
And the speakers will go up on the volume. That's about maximum. It's a little tinny and harsh there, though.
There was an idea.
But it's certainly loud enough to watch. And those are the speakers built into the tablet. No, they're not in the dock. Now here's something a little special. Since Adobe killed Flash player support August 15th of this year, often it's no longer preloaded on tablets, and it's a little hard to find to download. It's not on the Google Play Store. You can find it on Adobe's website. But as you can see here, it came preloaded on this tablet. So you Flash fans who are not really so into the idea of sideloading will be thrilled to see it's actually here. Yay. And we'll check out the web browser and Adobe Flash so we can see that in action. We'll load our website, full desktop website. Obviously loading this over Wi-Fi since this is the Wi-Fi version of the tablet. Text looks pretty sharp. It really is a nice screen. It's not like you're going to look at this and say, God, I wish I had bought a 1920 by 1200 tablet. Lenovo did a good job there. So we'll check out our video review of the Droid Razr M. And here we go. Playing just fine. We have our full set of Adobe Flash controls down there. You can see, I'll make them pop back up in a minute.
This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and today we're going to look at the
And then we can change our resolution and so on, and we can pop it out to full screen. And here we have it in full screen mode, obviously playing just fine, so good, works nicely. And it handles HTML5 video just fine as well. That's standard supported in the browser. And you can also download Chrome too, which doesn't support Adobe Flash but does do HTML5 video. And now we're playing Dead Trigger, a very graphically demanding 3D game. And it plays just fine. Looks great too. Oh. Certainly capable of the most challenging games. And now we'll test out Shine Runner. One of those Tegra Zone games that works just fine here. And now we're using the accelerometer based setting to play. Fast-paced game. Now we won't get any splashes on the screen, but other than that it's pretty much up there with the Tegra 3 version. Sharp looking. Plays great. Oh. Nice screen. Really pleasant for gaming. So that's the Lenovo IdeaTab S2110, available now, and again, $429 starting price for just the tablet. If you want the tablet plus the dock, you're looking at $549 now. Lenovo may have some sales or some discounts, but that's just the straight list price on these guys. And you can also get a 32 gig version if you're interested in that as well. Definitely a really nice tablet and good competition for the Asus Transformer line. I like the build quality a lot on this. I like the straight sides, the protected ports, the very robust dock, and this is an awesome keyboard to type on. I would say, personally, I would choose this over the Transformer TF300 any day myself. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Be sure to visit our website for the full review, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.